Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take down another no-item run in the new Gathering of the Gods of Destruction event. Now, this one is probably, I would say, pretty tough, because CHAMPA, his gimmick is that he lowers your defense when he super attacks. That is a very, very big problem when doing one of these difficult events. Besides a character like Khalifa, of course. Because what CHAMPA lowering your defense does is it means he is going to absolutely demolish any character he attacks after he hits them with that debuff right there. So, like, you know, here we go, turn one, we get lucky. The super attack is aimed at Khalifa. But, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta back there, you know, like, if CHAMPA would super attack him the first hit, where Vegeta has only got 10% damage reduction, Vegeta gets obliterated, right? And then on top of that, then his defense gets destroyed. So then, like, even Vegeta would get just completely incinerated. So for sure, the way to take down our boy CHAMPA here, or at least he's God of Destruction bosses that potentially could debuff you on super attack, defensive debuff, of course, is dodge. Dodge is definitely the way to go. So far, none of the Gods of Destruction have canceled dodge, which is kind of surprising. I was wondering if Beerus might actually cancel dodge, but it's the opposite. Since Beerus is STR, obviously they want you to use UI Goku against him, because I was wondering if Beerus would be the hard counter to the AGL UI Goku, but he's not. Now, the other thing, too, is that AGL UI Goku and Full Power Jiren work very, very well together, right? Because both of them have, I think they share, what, 5 links? They have Godly Power, Turner of Power, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So Jiren and UI Goku work exceptionally well together. This is another instance of Goku having Shocking Speed over in a flash actually does rather help, right? Jiren's defense is at such a level that besides him getting super attacked right away and then CHAMPA, you know, whittling him down with normal blows, Jiren should, for the most part, be okay. And look, dude, look at Jiren. With no support, busting out a 5 million attack set. Were we able to... Yeah, the arrow is pointing up, so I think CHAMPA's defense... Did it get lowered last turn? But remember that if the enemy has their attack debuffed or their defense debuffed, Jiren is then super effective against all types. You know, so we saw the arrow pointing up, so I believe... Jiren, that attack was super effective against all types. Yeah, it was, because both CHAMPA and Jiren are super class units. So for the arrow to be pointing directly up, that attack was, you know, the actual super effective against all types. There's UI Goku. I mean, 48k is a lot of damage right there, but, you know, that is before he was able to get one dodge. Because remember, UI Goku gets his one dodge, then the 30% additional defense kicks in. That's where he can really start tanking things. And then Evolution Blue Vegeta, you know, despite the fact that he does not have type advantage here in this stage against CHAMPA, his defense is still good enough that he can get the job done. 16k right there is definitely something we can very realistically sort of survive, right? We'll be okay with that. CHAMPA being AGL really does put us, I guess, in a pretty good position to do fine. The Gohan and Piccolo unit, of course, is another powerful unit. You know, the further we get into the event, because remember, they build up, what, 20% attack and defense each turn for 4 turns, up to a max of 80%. So, like, once they start getting, you know, till their 3rd turn on rotation or something like that, and then, you know, they get their defense on super attack, at that point, they're not a unit we'll have to be concerned about either. Right now, I probably do want to keep them out of harm's way, but, you know, as they, you know, go deeper in the event, they get better. Okay, so this was a pretty... This was sort of lucky, because CHAMPA's supers, 130k, and then lowering Gohan's defense. Now, I believe that defensive debuff CHAMPA puts on Gohan there is a 3-turn debuff. So 1 turn is gone, this is going to be turn 2, and then next turn, Gohan's defense will still be debuffed. But we get one of the God rotations right here. Jiren has his full passive active, you know, he gets all of his ki from being hit, and then of course, you know, he's able to pop his active skill right here. What this is basically going to do is this lowers CHAMPA's defense, because he can have that hit him, and it gives Jiren 30% attack and defense. So that extra 30% is going to be very, very good, right? It's Gogeta the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he gives himself 40% attack and defense. Jiren only gives himself 30%. Now, obviously, one of the big powerful effects of Jiren's active skill is that he does guaranteed stun the enemies as well, but obviously Champa and the Gods of Destruction in this event, they cannot be stunned, right? So Jiren is not going to able to get that effect off. However, he can still get that defensive debuff off on Champa. Outside of Jiren himself then being able to get the super effective against all types, I don't know that the defensive debuff is really going to matter that much in any other way. I don't think so, right? It's just going to be good to allow Jiren to sort of hit that first number. And then at this point, now Jiren's defense is so high, he's going to heal a lot from these orbs, but he should also be pretty, like, even if Champa would super attack him here, I do think we probably would be in a pretty good position. Even if, like, Champa would super attack right away, right? So, like, right here, I kind of already feel like the no item run is in the bag, right? Because UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, they were able to do a lot of damage right there. This is a 7.16 million attack stat, super effective against all types. So he's going to do big time damage against Champa, and he gets the crit right there. The 6 million damage crit. And then the rest of the rotation is just able to go crazy as well, right? Goku can get all of his crits off. Evolution Blue Vegeta can get all of his crits off. Like, this is our big-time damage-dealing rotation, right? And then our next rotation is more of a defensive thing, because we got Tech Khalifa on there. Again, I've talked about it, but Tech Khalifa, it's so crazy how important she is. Tech Khalifa really is just, like, the defensive god, the defensive juggernaut of dreams. Like, because all of these bosses are Universal Survival Saga enemies, every single one of these stages we're going through, Tech Khalifa is just invincible. Right now, I know, like, Goresh has been talking that he's not the biggest fan of her, you know, just tossing her into any random team, right? Because then she's not getting any, you know, leader skill buffs. She's not really doing damage. But, like, I don't know. The way I've found it is that I don't know what maybe I'm just dumb. Very, very likely. But it does seem like oftentimes these God of Destructions, like, their attacks do seem to be grouped pretty often. Like, I don't know. I just found Khalifa to be, like, her just, you getting that turn of guaranteed dodging, it's so good, right? And typically a lot of these teams I've found where it's like, you know, the first, like, 5 positions on the team are very, very solid. And then I get to that last one, and it's like, whew, oh boy. Not really too sure, you know, what the next unit to put on here is. And it's like, oh yeah, Tech Khalifa, duh. Go ahead and toss her on here, and we're completely good. Now, again, I believe our boy Gohan here does have the defensive debuff actually applied to him. I believe he does. So, you know, we do want to be careful with him here. Transforming with him right there could have been a good idea, but I was really hoping for potentially a double super attack with Gohan and a double defensive raise, right? Like, getting as much defensive additions as possible to sort of offset what Champa did by, you know, neutralizing a lot of his defense, lowering his attack. And then again, at this point, it's absolutely in the bag right here, because, like, even if Champa, I don't know that Jiren is quite a unit that Champa could super attack, destroy his defense, and then, like, we're done, right? Like, I think in order for us to be killed, it would have to be, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta would have to be the character. Dude, when they do this, when Goku and Vegeta do this, the triple super, like, triple crit turn, it's just like, how can you look at that and not say they're just the best? Like, I don't know. Like, look at what he just, look at what he just did, dude. Like, I get it. Like, you know, SCR Vegito at times can look super good when he's, you know, like, crit countering all over the place. But, you know, keep in mind, SCR Vegito defensively cannot match up at all with what Evolution Blue Vegeta can do defensively, right? So I don't know. I definitely myself have Vegeta as number 2. These turns happen way too often where Goku and Vegeta are just triple supering, triple critting for my taste. Like, it's just like, that happens, and then it's just like, we win. Like, we won. That's it. So here we go. Here was LR Jiren. I was very pleased that I got, you know, the first no item run of this second batch of stages, we were able to use LR Boo Tanks to full effect. Here, we're able to rock LR Jiren to full effect. So I don't even have to do videos specifically for, like, is this unit good in the God of Destruction event for both Boo Tanks and Jiren, because, you know, they carried. Like, you know, Boo Tanks carried in the fight against the 5th God of Destruction, and then Jiren definitely was really hard carrying here in this fight against the 6th God of Destruction, Champa, right? And then, of course, I mean, this whole team is very heavily built up, link leveled and all that. You guys know a lot of these characters, right? I've put a lot of resources into. Gohan, has been... The amount of stages I've no itemed in this game with Gohan on my team is just ridiculous. And I have that gold... I can't get... Like, I've got a bajillion good silver and bronze equips for, like, all typings. But, like, gold equips... I don't have many good gold equips. Like, I really would love to give Gohan, like, a level 5 additional for gold. But I don't know if I've ever gotten one, right? And then Jiren, potentially I could give him... I should maybe look into giving Jiren something right there. And then Gohan and Piccolo, they're close. They're almost done, but not quite there yet, right? Like, we could have gotten a little bit more stats with them. And then I potentially could have given them a bronze equip there as well. So, let me know what you guys think. There's Champa, no items. And I'll catch you guys next time.